Hey, welcome back to Shreddy or Not. I'm Greg.
I'm Renee.
Today we're going to be pre-riding and previewing the kind of like the middle third of the High Cascade 100 course in Bend, Oregon. So we're going to pop over to Strava really quick, take a look at the course, and give everyone a sense of what we're dealing with today. And we're just going to take you along for the ride and talk about the temperature, talk about the course, talk about the technicality of it, and kind of give everything that if you're interested in doing this race, or if you are doing this race, that you might be really curious about knowing. Okay, so here's the course. Starts off over here in Bend, and then you're gonna pedal out about 5 miles and then hop onto, well, off the highway. And then this whole section out here is just continues to be paved. Yep, it's just like a paved climb. And then eventually we are going to hop onto a very, very, very dusty logging road right here. And then about here is when you get onto single track. And then this single track, it just continues. There's some gravel roads, you descend. Tyler's right here, which we did not ride in this particular pre-ride video, but we did pre-ride when we weren't recording. Is basically there's some tech in here. There's some hard rock gardens that might force some riders off the bike, but they don't last very long, and it's all pretty manageable anyway. You descend through some really amazing berms, just absolutely total blast. By the time you get down, you just kind of circle back up and go right back up the course. And then today's ride is this section right here. This is what we started calling the lollipop, or the northern lollipop. And basically we're going to hop on, head out this gravel road, and then do this loop. It does have some tech on it, has a lot of climbing on it, also has a lot of flow, mostly flow, and then comes back around, and then you come back out the same way that you went in. After that, you basically are going to head back out and kind of repeat some of the stuff that you did before, come back there. And then right here, you drop back onto Tyler's, and then you're going to hit this trail called Catch and Release, rip it back down to the road, and then take the road all the way back into the finish line. All right, so this is the funner climbing route. This is going to parallel the highway, and this is kind of the start of the single track portion that we'll be pre-riding today as part of this like lollipop part of this year's course. I will say, as you can see thus far, it is not technical at all. Okay, so we just had a section of highway and popped off the highway and are now on this gravel road, and kind of this is sort of the start of the stem of the lollipop. So yeah, it's basic gravel road. Okay, upper whoops is what this is. So that dirt road is like about 4 miles or so, and then you hop onto this cool single track and you're descending. Nice flowy berms. Yeah, it's quick. It's a very quick trail. Oh, it's fun. This is real fun. Okay. Skyline Trail. What can I say? Looks basically like every other trail that we've been on today. We're on a climb right now. It's not too bad. It sort of rolls a little bit. Corners feel a little looser than the whoops one, but all very doable. Okay, climbing. Been climbing for a little bit. We're sort of like partway through that lollipop, and yep, elevation's gaining again. Nothing too bad, but I did want to stop because there's some rocks coming up, and just show you guys what these rocks look like over here. Also, there's an awesome view out there you'll see in a second. This is cool. Okay. Okay. Oh, hello. Yeah, a little techie around that corner. Okay. That's probably the most technical thing we've seen on the course thus far. Not terrible, but in short, definitely the kind of thing that you could walk. So that's good. You know, I think the name of the game here is just being able to keep forward progress on the course. After that climb, it kind of starts rolling. You get this like windy section. Climb was definitely the most challenging part of the course that we've been on thus far. It's not super long, but it's definitely spikes the heart rate. It's steep and rocky, but then you get this cool rolling section. Okay, just finished our climb. Now we are headed down this trail called Sector 16, and I think this is going to bring us back down to the stem of the lollipop. You know, the other thing I'll say that is a little bit of a challenge on these trails is they're real mellow from a technical standpoint, like pretty easy trails. But the shade cast by the trees on them, there's sometimes these just like hidden rocks and roots that if you could see really well, wouldn't be a big deal. But all of a sudden you're just like on them, and they can be a little, a little unsettling. All right, so we're just about out of the single track of the lollipop, of the like loop part of the lollipop, and we're about to head back out onto the stem. What you're seeing right here is more or less what all the single track on the loop feels like. You know, it's basically dirt single track, some corner, more dirt single track, maybe a little rock garden here or there. Woo! Oh yeah, that's the turn right there, eh?
Yeah. Well, that was really cool. This is our first time riding in this area, and it was really sweet to see the trails that we're going to be riding next weekend. We rode a little more than a quarter of the course, and we did pretty close to half of the climbing, not quite. So we can tell that a significant chunk, like almost half of the climbing, is in that lollipop loop, which is good information.
Takeaways from the about 25% of the course that we rode today was that it's fast, it's sandy, the climbs are very, very doable, the descents are real quick, there's gravel sections that are fast, everything on it is fast. There's a couple like slower, punchy, steeper climbs, but they're not that long, and so it just feels like the course is fast.
There were a few corners that I was like, okay, don't crash right there.
Yeah.
It was definitely a few soft corners that would be easy to crash on.
Well, if you're still watching this and digging Shreddy or Not, we'd love your subscription. If you want more Shreddy or Not, you can check out these two videos here. We'll see you next time.